Hi, my name is Dan, and this is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning into the channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers for subscribing to my Patreon page. I truly appreciate it. You guys help to keep this forecast going and free to those who are unable to support at the Patreon level. So I appreciate you guys very much so. This is the forecast for Tuesday the 4th of February, but as I shuffle, I do intend with Spirit to have this be a timeless message. So if this is something that shows up in your feed and it's not the 4th of February, do not worry. This is a message for the collective, for the highest good. So it might be something that actually resonates with you, even if the day is not the actual day. So this forecast is intended to work for both anybody that's watching it in the moment, on the day it was created for, or anytime in the future. I believe Spirit is that capable. So let's see what's going on with the energy for Tuesday the 4th. Ways you can support the channel: you can follow my Instagram at Engelgeist333. You can like, share, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I do either a live event or when my videos, my forecasts go up, you'll be notified. You can support me at the Patreon page under Engelgeist. You can find me there at patreon.com. Or what else can you do? Oh, in the video links, if you decide you like any of the decks that I either unbox in my unboxing videos or the decks that I'm using here, I'm including Amazon affiliate links in the description box. So if there's a deck here that you're interested in, that you're thinking about purchasing, if you use my link, I'll get a small portion of the sale for that deck. So that's another way to support the channel. Thank you for all of your support, even just through watching it. Okay, this is whack. This is totally crazy. So on Sunday, if you didn't watch Sunday's forecast, our midweek card was the Ace of Swords. So it is now Tuesday the 4th. We're heading into the midweek. I generally consider the midweek the Wednesday, Thursday period, right? But this just says to me that some of us are coming into this energy a little bit early, and we should be made aware of it. The Ace of Swords is always about dynamic, decisive thinking. It's always about sort of being creative. The clouds, like if you look at this card, the clouds are sort of parting. We definitely have a handle on our intellect or our mind. We're working with it rather than against it. We're sort of yielding it as a very capable tool, let's say, not necessarily a weapon. I don't feel like if we were holding this by, say, the hilt, then maybe it might be considered a weapon. But the way that he's holding it, there's this sort of reverence for it, for our mind. I also think that there's also this sort of a slight warning with this hand wrapped around the blade, like, be careful, our mind can hurt our own self unless we handle it like sort of with respect and care. And so I think that this is sort of what this card is representing, is we're shifting into this place of respecting and caring for our mind in a different way, understanding both its power and its capability, its ability to create, and sort of getting ahead of that master, getting ahead of that idea and maybe becoming gaining some sort of level of mastery around that. Right? I really like the vibe of this card. It really feels like we are getting into our knowing, we're getting into our awareness, we're trusting our mind, we're working with our mind to really sort of come about with creative ways of solving maybe issues that are happening in our lives, relationships that might not be working, whatever it may be. There's clear, decisive thinking here that's available to you, that if you utilize it and utilize it from a place of knowing, you will feel empowered, you will feel strong, you will feel sort of centered, grounded, very, very capable is the feeling that I'm getting from this, right? There's an empowered feeling here that to me is absolutely beautiful. So I want you guys to really embrace it. Go back and watch Sunday's video if you didn't get a chance to. There's probably a little bit more insight into this card there, but that's generally the idea of this card, is it's about feeling empowered mentally, feeling clear, feeling precise, feeling like we have the answers. Now, for those of you that don't feel as though you have the answers, or you might be feeling confused, today's a really good day to get into this idea of, okay, if I don't feel like I have it, how do I go about getting it? And allow that new thought, that dynamic action, that sort of inspiration to come through today, because this energy is out there for all of us, right? All we have to do is like be desirous of it, be open to it, open ourselves up to it, think in a different way, just allow the clouds to part to a degree and start to figure out that we are capable, and we are not only strong but mentally creative, and we will find those solutions. We will empower ourselves and be able to sort of, this card to me, when I'm looking at it, I feel a deep sense of pride, like as this hand is holding this sword up, almost very proud of itself, right? So I think that there's opportunities for us to do that today if we choose to. Now, if we choose to stay in a lower vibration and stay stuck and go, oh, you know what, Engelgeist is not making any sense to me at all, he's talking a bunch of crap, well, that's your choice. You mentally chose that, right? You mentally chose to stay stuck in the clouds, feeling like you're not able to find your way out of it. This card to me says otherwise. There's a ton of energy in this card. There's a ton of opportunity in this card. It's available to us all if we just tap into it and utilize it. So keep that in mind, and keep a positive mind, and find that inspiration and have it sort of propel you forward throughout the day. This is also the underpinning energy of the week, or the midweek. So I have to say that not only are we coming into this energy early, but I feel like it's doubled up. Like, so there's opportunities here for remaining like extra positive, extra strong, extra capable. Do it. Just own it. Live for it. Have it. Take it. It's yours. So let's see what's going on in the Work Your Light Oracle. Don't dim to fit in. Oh, bitch. I love it, because this is definitely a bright, standing out, glowing gold, owning what we know, owning who we are, being like, this is who we are, and standing firm in that. And holding that, and there is this, I don't know why today, but this hand around the blade is really causing me to understand that there is a vulnerability, right? It's not a bad vulnerability, but we understand at this point the treachery of our own mind and thoughts if we go down sort of a negative path. And that's why he's holding this by the blade. We can cut our own selves with our own mind, but he's definitely holding it, right? He's skillfully holding it in such a way where there's a pride and a control over the blade and over the security and the safety that we might feel in our world, right? We get to create that for ourselves today. So when I look at this, it says, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? This is an opportunity to sort of shed that, right, and start to shine again. The golden color of this hand, the brightness. Allow those clouds, whatever that dimming is, whatever it is we're hiding behind, allow that to sort of part. I love how we have this pyramid here. You know me and pyramids, people. I love me a good pyramid. And it's sort of shining out. We have this eye, this ever-knowing eye, or this ever-seeing eye. It's like we need to uncover our sort of our sight and become aware of where it is that we're denying ourselves, and stop doing that. Stopping that through decisive action, decisive thought, feeling empowered, coming from a place of knowing, believing in ourselves, and doing that so that we can sort of move through our day with a skill, like with a level of skill that to me feels rather precise. But we have to get out of our own way. That's this sort of don't dim to fit in, right? So I would say this: if you're around people that are like sort of negative Nancy's, or you're around people that are lower vibration, if you have to go and spend 8 hours a day in an office or in a work situation with people that might kind of be miserable, then that's going to probably have an effect on you. Don't allow that to suck you in. Don't give it sort of your energy or your attention, especially today, because I think that it's going to counterbalance the beauty of this Ace of Swords and get in our way of sort of having the ability to have this clarity and this sort of strength that I see in this Ace. Now, the stone for today, the grounding stone, is just a thought that we want to ground in. This is on carnelian, which is the root chakra. And so to me, It associates with the root chakra, so definitely, about grounding for me. The word is miracle. So where I would say this, grounding in the miracles in our lives, to me, is a concept where, when I think about it, it's like, and maybe this is the inspiration behind the Ace of Swords, is starting to see the miracles, the blessings, the sort of the beauty in our lives, and really grounding in that as a focus, as a focal point for us. It's sort of like opening our eyes, setting aside all the negativity, setting aside all the broken stuff, setting aside all the problems, the complaints, the things that we can't necessarily solve by like looking at them and going, oh, that's broken, oh, that's no good. That's dimming your light to sort of fit in, right? That's sort of like blinding yourself to all of the good things and not seeing sort of what is awesome, what is great. This is about sort of shifting that perception, really mentally like taking control, grabbing this knife, like, or this sword by the blade, and skillfully turning our mind towards what is working. What are the miracles in our life, right? And as we focus on those, that clarity becomes to come more and more clear. That strength and those miracles that we're grounding in become all the more magical, right? And we're able to accept more of them into our lives. We're able to shine brighter. And that's what we want to do, is we want to shine brighter. We don't want to be dimming our light so that others aren't intimidated or feeling insecure around us. All right. So that's your forecast for the day today, Tuesday the 4th. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment if you have a question or you have something to say. If it resonates, please let me know. Every comment I do read, and when I hear from you guys, it's extremely validating, and it helps me to, know that I'm sort of making a difference in people's days. Um, Again, please follow me on Instagram. Please give the video a thumbs up, share it out, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. I do other events. You can check out my other videos. And again, don't forget about the Amazon links that are in the description of the video. Sometimes I also include music. If I feel so inspired, I'll include links to songs. Yesterday's um, forecast had some links to the two different cards that I felt needed songs. So you can always look in the description box for that. At times I'll be inspired to include little theme songs to go with the day. All right, have a good day, you guys, and thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.